Welcome back to the Green Yard. It is an absolutely beautiful beginning of March afternoon here in Phoenix, Arizona. Beginning of March is one of my absolute favorite times of year here in Phoenix. Things are starting to warm up, and we really have a limited danger of any sort of frost or anything else of that cold weather coming back in. And so now is really a great time of year. All of our tropical fruit trees, our regular fruit trees, our stone fruit trees, everything's starting to wake up, and there's a lot of beauty this time of year in that early spring. Just next to me, actually, we have our Mexican key lime tree. It is flowering out right now, and there's actually little bitty baby key limes all over this tree. Really wonderful to see. To my right, we have our navel orange tree as well. Same thing, about to flower out. Our stone fruit trees, our pink lady apple covered in blossoms. Same with our dwarf bonanza peach tree. We're seeing our lychee tree has new growth and flowers on it, as well as our mangoes, our papayas. There's just so much beauty and abundance happening right now here in the Green Yard. We also have our raised garden beds that I did a video on back last spring, and actually made last spring. I finally got it to where the soil seems to be a little bit more rich in those nutrients, and we're starting to see some abundance come out of our raised garden beds too, with our lettuce and our broccoli, cilantro, so on and so forth. So I absolutely love this time of year here in Phoenix. One of the best parts about this time of year, besides everything I already mentioned, is the fact that it's warm enough for us to start putting some of those tropical trees in the ground. I am beyond excited to be doing this video. I've been waiting to do this video for a very long time. This is Sophia, by the way, one of our Green Yard dogs, sitting patiently by our Redland white sapote. This white sapote is absolutely beautiful. It's a really pretty tree, has a whole bunch of new growth coming off of it already, as well as a lot of very beautiful existing growth here too. White sapotes are native to kind of Mexico, all the way down into South America, Central and South America. They produce a fruit that is about baseball size, and there's a lot of variations of what it tastes like, but I've heard, I haven't tried one yet, I've been waiting to try one, and I haven't found one, but I've heard that it's one of the most amazing fruits out there. Very, almost like a tropical custard is what it tastes like. Now we have a couple other sapotes here in the Green Yard. Over on our side yard there, we do have our black sapote tree, which has put out some flowers, but it has not held on to any fruit yet. Hopefully this spring, I'm going to adjust our watering schedule a little bit, see if we can get some fruit to hang on. And then we do have that Chico sapote, that sapodilla as well. Now I have tried sapodillas, and they are an absolutely delicious fruit, just like brown sugar, that you're eating a pear dipped in brown sugar. Really, really good. I'm excited for our Chico sapote, our sapodilla here in the Green Yard, to produce as well. So far our sapotes have really lived up to that expectation of them being amazing with our taste. So I'm thinking that our white sapote will as well. I've been wanting to plant this tree, and I've known about this tree since I first got into our tropical fruit trees back at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, long before the Green Yard even started. And it's really fun to see that it's finally coming, it's finally happening. You know, I'm finally going to be able to put this guy in the ground. So let's go ahead, let's get started. We're over here in the pool part of the Green Yard. The pool is actually behind me here. We have a lot of our bananas, which is going to play into why this is a great spot for this white sapote. So let's talk about why I picked this spot and actually get this white sapote in the ground as well. Here we go. All right, so I went ahead, I picked this spot The nursery actually that I bought this tree from has a really amazing looking white sapote, and it has just taken off. I remember when they put it in the ground, it was definitely bigger than this one, but they put it in the ground and it has grown, I would say, at least 6 feet in the last 2 years. So I know that these guys do very well. No winter protection, a little bit of afternoon shade after about 3 o'clock. And so I figured this is a pretty good spot here in the green yard. I was debating whether to put something else here, maybe like tamarind or something like that. But I think this will be a really good spot for this white sapote. Eventually, over time, this area is going to be kind of bricked, paved, and planning on maybe putting in like a built-in barbecue, things like that, making it like a sitting area, a really big sitting area. My wife wants a dance floor, so that would be fun too. Maybe we can have some parties and stuff in the green yard. So I figured this will be a really good centerpiece tree, or at least a tree to fit between our navel orange and our key lime tree here, and kind of a conversation starter. It has very unique looking leaves and really fun here. The other reason I picked it though is because even though it seems to do very well in our sun, that's definitely after it's been acclimated to our climate a little bit better. So you'll see right now it's early afternoon, it's about 2 o'clock, and it has shade right now. The reason why I'm putting it here is not only because this navel orange tree is going to help shade it, but we have all of these very big blue java, that ice cream banana here. I know they're just going to even fill out even more. This is typically a very shady spot come about 1:30 or so in the afternoon. So I think it's gonna work very well. I may have to supply some supplemental shade this first year to help it get through that summer, but I think it'll be okay with that. Like I said, the tree at the nursery does great in winter. Does very well, doesn't need any sort of protection or anything. I've learned that even with like our sapodillas or Chico sapote, they can become acclimated to a climate where they don't need that protection, which is awesome. But those first few years, it's always a good idea to protect them just in case. So I will be protecting this guy those first few years as well, just to be on the safe side, make sure it makes it through and becomes acclimated to our climate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of clear out this space here, dig our hole, put it right between our two trees. Now this dirt here has never been under any mulch or anything. I've been very fortunate with a lot of our other trees that we plant. It's been under mulch for a long time. I mulched those areas of the yard that the dirt's been sitting under that mulch for 3+ years. Unfortunately, this area is not the case. It does not have that. So we're definitely going to have to mix in our nursery soil with that native soil, help to get this tree off on the right foot. Also maybe a little bit more difficult to get into the ground here just because there's not that mulch to help retain that moisture as much. So we're going to kind of see how that goes. We're going to figure this out together, but it's probably going to go right about here in the middle of our two other trees. So let me go ahead and grab our shovel and we'll get started digging this hole for our beautiful Redlands white sapote. Here we go. All right, so for those of you that have watched the channel before, seen some of our previous planting videos, I've been doing most of our holes about the same. Here's that pile of dirt we have here. We got flood irrigation not too long ago. That's why it's a little bit darker and definitely still has some moisture in it. A little bit easier to dig out this hole as well. I like to do it at least 2 times the size of the pot, and typically I go a little bit deeper than this. I left soil in there because I'm going to end up adding in our nursery soil and really mixing these together. The reason I do that is to give this white sapote a good just starting foot forward. Right now it's growing in this nursery soil here. It's used to this nursery soil. It's acclimated to this nursery soil. It's not used to this heavy clay soil that we have here in the green yard. And so by mixing that nursery soil with our heavy clay soil, it can help to have that tree acclimate to basically the surrounding area around it, and thereby get it off on a good foot. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that nursery soil in now, and then get our white sapote planted in the ground. Here we go. Here is that nursery soil here, definitely on the darker side. Got some mulch in there, some other stuff in there too. Really not rocket science when we go in and we start mixing this. Just gonna basically just pour our nursery soil in, and then I'm gonna add back in our clay soil, and then just mix it almost like a mixer would, right? So we're just gonna basically mix that dirt together, get a good combination here. All right, so finally we're at my favorite time for our in our planting video. I went ahead and mixed that soil together. You'll notice that it's a lot darker than our original clay dirt here. Clay dirt's much more brown, much darker soil that we've mixed together here. Very dusty. It's an older bag of soil. Still works great, but very much on the dusty side. But so now I'm gonna go ahead and take my white sapote, beautiful, beautiful tree here, and we're gonna go ahead and put it in the hole. I've kind of dug out a little bit of our mixed soil to hopefully get it at a good level, set it off to the side here. And now we're gonna go ahead and do our best not to break any branches. That's one of the mistakes I made with our Chico sapote. I actually broke a branch, which is very, very upsetting for me. We're gonna just kind of squeeze this. I have no idea how rooted out it is. May have to adjust our how much dirt we have in here depending on how rooted out it is too. I'd say it's moderately rooted out. So we're gonna throw a little bit more dirt in here. Not quite enough. All right, so let's take this guy out. And we're just gonna throw them in. All right, look at that. Beautiful white sapote. You know what? I'm actually gonna take out a little bit more dirt here. I have a little bit of wiggle room and I'd like to use that. I want the root flare, which is the top of the roots here, to be pretty much at ground level, maybe a little bit above ground level. Awesome. Make sure it looks good where it is. I think it looks amazing. So now we're just going to kind of backfill in this hole as best we can with our mixed soil already. We got a lot of mixed soil here, so just going to do my best to fill this hole back in. All right, so now that that tree is in the ground, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put mulch on top now and build our berm around the outside with whatever extra dirt we have left. Here we go. All right, so there we have it, our beautiful Redlands white sapote in the ground here. It is just a really, really cool looking plant. I'm so excited to hopefully get some fruit here in the next few years off this tree, be able to bring you guys with me as we harvest that white sapote fruit and try it for the first time as well. So I went ahead and I made a berm around the outside just with the extra dirt that I had. whatever I had left over. I made a berm. Since we have a flood irrigated lot, I didn't have to do a whole lot with my berm in this area, since that flood irrigation is going to come in and kind of soak this area and soak this tree, which is amazing. If you guys want to learn more about flood irrigation here in the Phoenix area, please feel free to comment below. I can definitely make a video on our flood irrigation, kind of go through that as well. Then I did a huge wheelbarrow full of mulch. We put about 6 to 8 inches of mulch around our sapote tree here. And then last but not least, I did top it off with that agricultural sulfur. The reason I did the mulch was because I want to make sure that we retain that moisture when we water, as well as start to have our soil kind of gain a little bit more organic material in it. I know at first with our mulch, it kind of has an adverse effect where it might take some nitrogen away, but from my experience and what I found doing that heavy mulch after a few years, it really does change definitely the topsoil, the consistency and the organic material within that topsoil. So well worth mulching, and I don't have to water nearly as much because it retains that moisture, which is something we always want to do here in Phoenix. Then I did our agricultural sulfur. Our white sapotes like more acidic, neutral to acidic here in the Phoenix area. We're at 8 to 8.5, which is very alkaline soil. Want to add in that agricultural sulfur to help lower that soil pH. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to really water in this mulch, soak in this mulch, and then give it a really good deep soak to hopefully set our white sapote off here on the right foot. If you guys have any questions or you want to see any videos on any of our other fruiting or flowering trees or plants, tropical trees or plants here in the Phoenix area in our green yard, this food forest slash pool area slash side yard, any of the things that I mentioned, please let me know in the comments below. I love making these videos, and I seem to be receiving a majority of positive comments, and it seems like it's well received as well. So I would like to continue that. If you have any questions as well, please feel free to comment below. I try to answer those at least once a week. And I'm really excited to finally get this white sapote in the ground. I look forward to giving you a year update about a year from now at the beginning of March of 2025. And as always, live green, plant lots, and of course have fun. We'll see you guys next time.